Hi, Ori, it's Travsnir, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we defeated the Bloodsail Buccaneers by defeating their leaders, Captain Stillwater, Captain Keelhaul, and Fleet Master Feralion. And we did that for Fleet Master Seahorn. And now Booty Bay is safe. And today we are going to be leaving Stranglethorn Vale. I think we need a little break from this place. I almost went to the Forward Flight Master. Good thing I did not. I usually make that mistake. But not today. Today we will be heading over to the Swamp of Sorrows. Which means we will be taking a flight to Darkshire, Duskwood. Being an Alliance player makes the journey to Swamp of Sorrows not that bad. And we'll be questing there for a little bit. I think it's a good change, because I have been questing here on my Paladin and my Shaman, and I have been noticing that I'm doing a lot of the same quests that my Paladin's doing on the Shaman. So I kind of want to, switch it up, do different stuff, and, add a little bit of variety as much as I can to the Let's Play. But yeah, a little bit disappointed in what's going on with retail. Not a fan of the ending of Shadowlands at all. Don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but it's just the same old crap. There's another power out there pulling the strings. And I'm really upset about the Lich King being gone. Them just getting rid of the Lich King. I think it's terrible. That was like my favorite villain in World of Warcraft. The first expansion I ever played was Wrath of the Lich King. So them just, getting rid of it. Like, I was really upset when Sylvanas ripped the Lich King's helmet in half at the beginning of Shadowlands. I was like, wow, what the heck? But at least it wasn't, like, gone. Now the helmet is gone. Like, it's just... Like, I don't know if any of you guys are Star Wars fans, but, like, imagine, someone went and, like, took Darth Vader's helmet and ripped it in half. And just threw Darth Vader around like a rag doll. Like, it's just not right. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And then they got rid of Darth Vader's helmet. And Darth Vader, and they just, like, I don't know. The way they dealt with the Lich King was just bad, man. It's like they humiliated him, man. Like, you can't do that. It's like humiliating Darth Vader in Star Wars. Like, he shouldn't be humiliated like that. Like, he should go out on his sword, It's terrible. I hate the WoW story now. Like, I literally hate it. I hope it gets better, though. And the good thing is that we still got Classic. So I like the Classic story. Like, I like TBC, Wrath. Even Cataclysm is, like, kind of all right. That story was actually foretold as well. About the Black Dragon Flight and the aspects and all that stuff. That was actually foretold in Classic. There's actually some quests you can do where you, like, it's called, like, Test of Lore. You have to, like, learn this lore about the aspects, and it talks about, Deathwing. And then once we went to Pandas, it got kind of weird. But it wasn't that bad. It was still alright. Like, there was, like, something going on in Pandaria, and you need to put a stop to it, and it was corrupting people, and it corrupted Garrosh. And then we went back in time, Warlords of Draenor. It wasn't that bad either. I thought Warlords was pretty cool. Warlords of Draenor was alright. And then we went to BFA, fought the Old Gods. I thought that was alright. I think Shadowlands might be the worst story in all of WoW. Like, fighting the Old Gods in Battle for Azeroth was cool, man. Fighting the Zoth at the end, that's pretty awesome. And then the Alliance and the Horde going at it. In the Battle of Dazerlor. Was like the story wasn't that bad. But the story in Shadowlands sucked. It was the worst story. I'm telling you right now, that's the worst story in all of WoW, in my opinion. I can't say that I know all the stories like very well, but to me, it's like it's the worst. And no wonder, like, I don't know, it's the worst story. I don't like it. And the main reason I don't like it is just the way they treat the Lich King like crap. Like, he should have some respect. You know what? How I kind of hope the Shadowlands ended? I hope, you know, that the Jailer wins. All of Afterlife in the Shadowlands turns into the Maw. So all the other places get wiped out. Bastion, all those other places just get wiped out. Their leaders get wiped out. And now the Jailer, like, runs the Afterlife. But somehow Ysura pulls everybody out of the Shadowlands. I don't know how, with some, like, portal. Or maybe, like, Khadgar figures a way out. And they all get out, and then Anduin turns into the Lich King. And when Anduin turns into the Lich King, he totally obliterates Sylvanas, and Sylvanas gets killed. And then she gets wiped out from the story in the game. It's no more Sylvanas. I think that would be great. No more Sylvanas. Like, after what she did bad stuff too. Like, why are they getting rid of Arthas? Like, the Lich King, I mean. And Arthas. Like, why are they getting rid of him? Get rid of Sylvanas too. She did some pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man. And then you know what the next expansion would be? Another Wrath of the Lich King. You know? But it's Icecrown Citadel, but Anduin's the Lich King. And, you know, we're back in Northern again. And then I don't know how to add other bosses, but we'd have to figure that out. And there's, like, a little bit of the Jailer, and, like, the Jailer sends, like, you know, summons stuff from the Maw. And then, like, we have to, like, fight our way to Northrend, defeat Anduin, open up the portal again, get back to the Maw for the next expansion. So the next expansion would be like a Maw expansion. Or they could even have Anduin as not like the final boss. Maybe the Jailer's the final boss of the next expansion. You know, we go to the Maw again, then we beat the Jailer. They could have done tons of stuff, but yeah, we're doing this. We're here. Watcher Biggs, Encroaching Wildlife. My caravan was destined for the eastern coast, but we did not reach our goal. Lost Ones attacked us, killing guards and dashing supplies. I alone survived their assault. I have sworn to protect what supplies remain, but wild creatures skulk near. Please help me defend my camp from the beasts. Alright, let's do that. But yeah, like, why couldn't Anduin just become the Lich King, man? That would have been cool. Like, they had that all set up, and they're just like, nah, just get rid of it. Just get rid of the most epic, you know, bad guy in World of Warcraft lore. Just get rid of him. Dumbest move ever. It's like they're trying to, like, ruin the game. Like, I don't know why they would do that. And it would have been cool. Could you imagine? Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And then you have another Wrath of the Lich King Retail. That would have been awesome. That's like a combo, like a crazy combo. Oh man, like. But yeah, maybe the story would have been messed up. I don't know. I'm not like a story. I don't write stories, but that's what I would like to see. They had such a great opportunity there. And we shouldn't have been able to defeat the jailer. It's so dumb. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you know, there's some spoilers there, but yeah, my bad. But like, I don't know, I kind of livid about it. Maybe I'll watch it and make a video. And it wouldn't be a reaction. It'd be kind of just me like me watching it and ranting about it. Because it's not a fan. Like, I don't know, I just don't like what they did. And like, they don't even have to get rid of Sylvanas, you know what I mean? They could have just, they shouldn't have been able to save Anduin that easy. Like, the build up of like the Lich King was in Classic. Like, when you went into Nax, the Lich King was, like, when you go in to fight Kel'Thuzad, the Lich King is speaking to Kel'Thuzad. So, like, the build-up to Wrath was, like, expansions worth of build-up. And they need to start doing more of that. Like, slow it down a bit. You know what I mean? You know, put the brakes on. They're moving too quick. Who are you shooting there? Oh, this guy? Oh, no. Stoneheart. Oh, yeah. Do we have a flight point here? As Alliance? Yeah, we do. We're gonna go to the Blasted Lands. That's where we'll go. Happy I did this on my Hunter. It really helps me remember where all that stuff is. Where all the flight points are. But yeah, I think another Wrath of the Lich King would have been cool. Another Icecrown Citadel raid would have been cool, man. With a little bit of a, you know, a Maw twist to it. Like, I know people are probably fed up with the Maw. I don't blame them after doing all those dailies. But, like, it wouldn't be the Maw. It'd just be like, you know, maybe the jailer sends down, you know, some soldiers from the Maw into the real world sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, and that would make the afterlife, like, terrible. You know what I mean? So that means they would want to, you know, go back and change it. Because anybody who goes into the afterlife now goes to the Maw. And they live in eternal, you know, damnation. And suffering. That would give them the motivation to, you know, defeat Anduin as the Lich King. And then go back in for, like, a tier. I wouldn't do an entire expansion of that, because that would be terrible. But, like, for a tier, then they go back to the Maw. And it's like a totally different place. You know, just to make it, like, seem sort of new. And then they fight the jailer for the final raid in the new expansion. Because that's what they could have made. They could have made Shadowlands just a build-up expansion. And, like, every raid doesn't have to be, like, you know, the champions of Azeroth defeat the enemy. Like, how about the champions of Azeroth lose in a raid? Like, just try that for once. Like, they get to a certain point, but they lose. There's a cinematic where, like, we just get wiped out. And, like, or, like, there's, like, a point where, like, it's too strong and they have to retreat. You know, and Khadgar, like, somehow pulls them out. And, like, all of the Shadowlands is getting totally destroyed by the jailer. and they've lost. And they get sent back to Azeroth. And they know that Azeroth's next. And they have to, like, you know, fight against Anduin, the new Lich King. That would have been cool, man. I'm not gonna keep talking about it because probably gets a little annoying. But I thought that would be awesome. I'm looking forward to Wrath. Like I'm gonna be playing Wrath of the Lich King regardless. I hope. I hope they release Wrath Classic. And it would be cool to compare, you know, the two expansions. And they would call this one, like, Return of the Lich King. It wouldn't be Wrath of the Lich King. It's like the Return of the Lich King. Or the Lich King Strikes Back. Or something, I don't know, the Lich King. Or something like that. I don't know. Like, evil has to win in one expansion, at least. Like, every expansion, the good guys win. And then there's, like, a new evil. And then they beat that new evil. It's like the same story. Like, let the bad guys win one time. Just once. Just once. That would be such a twist in WoW. It's sad that is even considered, like, oh my gosh. What a twist. That wouldn't even be, like, it's not even that big of a surprise. Okay, let's hop on the mount here. But the thing is, I really don't know what they're going to do with the new expansion. I'm really, I'm interested. And I hope they do something right. Please do something with the story that's somewhat cool. Or have a new villain that is kind of cool. At least. Like, there's no way he'll be cooler than the Lich King. For me. Just because, like, it's, you know, I started with the Lich King. And, like, even the RTS game has, like, you know, the story of Arthas and the Lich King. So, the Lich King will always be kind of, like, a special villain in WoW for me. But I hope they have, like, a new villain that's actually kind of cool. And that's just the story. And then there's tons of stuff they need to fix with, like, just the game in general. And I'm not going to go over that again, because I talked about that, like, so many times. But I'll probably get pulled in. I'll be fooled. I'll be like, yeah, there's a good chance this might be good, but I'm not going to be fooled this time. Fooled me once in BFA, fooled me twice in Shadowlands. You know, it's shame on me at this point. Like, they're not going to fool me again. Like, they're going to fool me enough to play the game. Like, I'm going to play the game, obviously. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to be like all, oh my gosh, this expansion's probably going to be pretty alright. I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be neutral. And just cross my fingers. They have to do it. It has to be good. Because right now, I would say WoW is on the decline. The only thing holding it up is Classic. Well, Classic's helped holding it up. But once Wrath's done, People have gone through their little, you know, nostalgic journey. And retail's got to have something to offer. Like, I'm really enjoying playing TBC, and I really enjoyed like playing Classic. And I'll probably enjoy playing Wrath again. But would I do that all over again? I don't think so. I don't know. Not in the foreseeable future. Like, I don't think I would do TBC or actually play Classic into the end game again. Like, I don't think I would do that again. Like, I would like come in and play like a little casually and like level up a bit, maybe do a little bit of world PvP. But would I like raid and like farm and try to like, you know, get my character best in slot gear? Probably not. I would probably give Cataclysm a go too for a little bit, but I wouldn't be too excited. I played a lot of Cataclysm, so. And like, it wasn't my favorite expansion, but it was alright. But I would give Cataclysm a try if they did a Cataclysm Classic. If they did a Bista Pandaria Classic, I don't know. I don't know, man. I never raided in Mist, so I mostly just PvP'd, and that's probably what I would do. If they did a Bista Pandaria Classic. WoD Classic, I probably would skip that. They had some pretty good raids in WoD, though. BFA Classic? No, I wouldn't do it. No way. There's no way I'm farming Azerite again. No chance. Shadowlands Classic? Pass. Hard pass. Not doing the Maw weeklies and all that crap. I honestly hate the Maw. That's why I think my idea of like having a tier where we go back into, you know, the Shadowlands and it's just all taken over by the Maw, like maybe that would be a bad idea. I don't know how many people like the Maw. I think that would really only work if like they changed it. Well, they did make it suck. Like they made it feel like crap, like bad, which is the feeling that you want the Maw to be like, right? Like you're in the Maw. It's not supposed to be a place that you should enjoy, but you should enjoy it because you're playing a video game, right? Like I just never enjoyed the Maw at all. But I can understand why they made it the way it is. Like it. But the thing is, they could make the Maw cool if it's just a place where you go to a raid and like there's like some fun things that you aren't forced to do to make your character stronger. They got to get rid of that. If they got rid of that, then I don't think the Maw would be that bad because people would have the option of going there. Obviously, you'd have to finish like the main thing or like an attunement to get into the raid. But after that, you know, you're done. And that's one thing I love about TBC. It's just like you do an attunement, all right, you're done. Now you just raid, and you can just raid log if you want, if you choose to. If you want to go around and do quests and enjoy the world and stuff, you can. TBC is probably the best version of WoW, I think. Like, Classic is a lot of fun. It really feels like a world Classic. Because, like, especially if you're on a server with a good split between Horde and Alliance. You're like, because there's like no flying. You get into these like random skirmishes throughout the world, and you're fighting over world buffs and stuff. But the problem with Classic is it's too much. Like, people like don't have time to be, you know, like farming world buffs and like, hey, you got to be on at like 6 p.m. That's when the world buffs are dropping. And then you collect all your world buffs for raid. Oh, some priest came and dispelled you. Sorry, dude, you got to waste more time. And people just don't have the time to deal with that. And that's what the funny thing is, that's what made Classic fun, and that's what made Classic suck at the same time. Like, the fear of losing your world buffs was kind of an adrenaline rush. And that's what makes it fun. But it's just a little too much, I think. And I think TBC really balanced that out, where you can just, you know, you do a little attunement for the raid. You know, you farm a little bit of gold so you're ready to go. And, you know, you just raid log. You log in every week, jump on with your buddies and kill some bosses. The PvP, I don't know if people think the PvP is good, but I don't know, the BGs are fun. I have fun doing BGs. I wouldn't say I'm like good arena player, so I don't have really any comment on that, but there's people playing it. And I think it would be kind of cool if they went back to resilience. Like, I kind of enjoy, you know, having to gear myself in PvP as well. And having, like, PvP gear means, you know, you're stronger in the PvP scenario. Yeah, if they made the next expansion sort of like TBC, I think it would be good. Because TBC is not that bad. It doesn't take too much of your time away from you. You know, there isn't a lot of time gating. And the time gating is very front-loaded. Like, you just... Like, a new tier comes out, you got to do the attunement to get into the raid. Once you do that, you're good. That's it. And then it's just, you know, get your consumes and, you know, make sure you're prepared for your raid, and that's it. That's chill. And then you're putting in, like, you know, 7 hours a week of raid time, and maybe like an hour or two a week farming gold, just so you know you're prepared for the raid. And if you're in a good guild, then your guild helps you out with consumables, which makes it, you know, saves you even more time. And that's one good thing about our guild. Like, they do help with a lot of things, consumables, you know, getting, like, gems in your gear, enchants, all that stuff. I really like my shaman now. Like, shaman is like way more fun than ret. Like, I like my ret, but like one thing I don't like is just sitting there waiting for him to swing that two-handed weapon. Like, it's not a fan of that. Even though the hits are like really big hits when you get the Seal of Command proc. I don't know, it's just not I don't like it more than the... Oh my gosh. Oh, we're gonna die. Damn it. Dirty grunts. Is this guy gonna kill me too? I hope not. Yeah, don't do it. You thinking about it? Are you thinking about it? Oh, damn it, I'm dead. If he comes over here, I'm dead. Give to the Narb. Okay, good. You also have reincarnation, which is great. So when you die, like me a lot, then, you know, you get a second chance. I'm so surprised I haven't died on my rogue yet. But I'm really careful on the rogue. So maybe that's why. All right, so there we go. We got the quest done. Let's go over here. We'll turn this in. Got a decent amount of XP too. Not too bad. Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I think that's the problem with WoW. They went through this like these experiment years, like for like a solid almost 10 years of it just experimenting, and I think it's time to you know, just go back to what works. The sounds of animals are now faint, more distant. Thank you, Swilly Dilly. Now let's hope they don't return. I was stunned during the attack by the Lost Ones, but before my sight went back, I spied one of our wagons being dragged to the Fallow Sanctuary, the Lost One village to the north. A caravan chest with valuable reagents was in that wagon, reagents vital to the studies of wizards of Netherguard Keep. We actually need to go there. Find the chest and get those reagents, Willy Dilly. Get them and bring them to me. Alright, so we'll do that eventually. I think we'll go to Netherguard Keep right now. Dwarves are cool, right? Yeah.
Welcome.
We're not hordes, so they don't mind us. Yeah, they should give it a chance. Go back. Take retail back to the way it was in Wrath and TBC. Give it a try. See how the community likes it. Keep Mythic and Mythic Plus and all that stuff. The game would be amazing. Retail would be amazing. Just go back. I hope they do it. I honestly do. Because they're on the decline. And they were on the decline ever since Cataclysm came out. And I'm not sure if that would bring it back, but... no, who knows? You don't know if you don't try, right? Alright, so is there an inn here? Is this the inn? I wonder if this place even has an inn. There's a keep. It's like 2 big keeps. And we'll just hang out here. I wonder what's up here. I don't think I've checked. I think this is just going to the top of the tower. Yeah. So what's down here? There has to be like a main hall. right? What's right up here? Yeah, there's nobody here. What the heck? It's so weird. Beyond the dark portal. What the heck? That's cool. See, like stuff like this. And you could read all this. Like I'll read it. Like this is cool, man. Like they should have stuff like this. That leads up, like a lead up to the next expansion. Like they're talking about Ner'zhul here. Only a few months after Netherguard's completion, the energies of the Dark Portal coalesced and opened up a new gateway to Draenor. The remaining Orc lands, under the leadership of the Elder Shaman Ner'zhul, charged forth into Azeroth once again, intent on stealing a number of magical artifacts that would increase Ner'zhul's power. The Orcs planned to open up new portals in Draenor that would allow them to escape their doomed Red World forever. Convinced that Ner'zhul was planning a new offensive against the Alliance King Tyrannus of Lordaeron sent his armies into Draenor to end the Orcish threat once and for all. Led by Khadgar and General Turelion, the Alliance forces clashed with the Orcs across the burning landscape, even with the aid of the Elven Rangers Alaria, the Dwarf Kurdan, and the veteran soldier Danath. Khadgar was unable to prevent Ner'zhul from opening his portals to other worlds. The tremendous magical storms caused by portals, converging energies, began to tear the ravaged worlds apart. Ner'zhul, followed only by his most trusted servants, managed to escape through one of the portals as Khadgar fought desperately to return his comrades to Azeroth, realizing that they would be trapped on the dying world. Khadgar and his companions selflessly decided to destroy the Dark Portal so that Azeroth would not be harmed by Draenor's violent destruction. By all accounts, the heroes were successful in destroying the portal and saving Azeroth, but whether or not they escaped the death throes of Draenor remains to be seen. And that's a lead up to TBC. Nice little lead up there. And like I didn't know that Ner'zhul came in. I believe Ner'zhul is the Lich King, right? He's the first Lich King, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, guys. That is the end of today's episode. Did a little rant about retail, and you know, I still have hope and faith that everything's going to work out. They got a new team. I think the main reason why they ended it the way they did is so they can have a reset. So hopefully we give them a chance. I hope they take their time, create a good story, and hopefully create a good game as well. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.